Hello.
Hello, I'm Tilly. I am the Vice President and Welfare Officer of the Newcastle University Irish Dance Society.
And I'm Derianna. I am the president of the Northumbria Irish Dance Society.
I also teach beginners and lower intermediate level Irish dance for our classes, and soon to be teaching advanced as well.
And I've been teaching higher inter and sometimes advanced as well. Advanced has been
We,
very shared this year.
me and Derianna have taught together for 2 years in a row. We
Yes.
used to teach beginners together a couple of years ago, and then last year we taught beginners and lower inter together. So
And now
we've
we're
had some
separated this year.
we've had some good teaching times though.
Yeah,
Uh,
I think when we first started with beginners, we were just like, what do we do? And then we just really got into the swing of it, and then we were just like, yeah, we'll teach 2 classes. Oh, why not?
we'll just teach anything you give us. Yeah, it was a bit stressful to start with, wasn't it? When we were first doing beginners, because neither of us had taught before, had we? I don't think.
Well, we hadn't taught, and then we have like different dance backgrounds as well, though. So I think it worked quite well.
Yeah,
Me
I'd
coming from
never
an Irish dance background, but then you had like
just came
no
in from like
other dance experience.
I did ballet and contemporary and jazz and some tap, but like especially for the light show, I didn't really know any specific moves. And we hadn't done that many light shoe dances, so it was a little bit tricky to start with. But obviously, you had more of an Irish dance background where you'd done quite a lot of light shoe before, so we just like gelled together. And obviously, we used to be able to use formations, which was nice.
We loved formation.
Formations are our friend.
That's the worst. The worst part this year is trying like doing dances that we can't like have people move around the stage so much you can't see all the pretty.
I was having such a problem choreographing like 8 beats in the beginner's dance for this year, which is to shout out to my ex for doing a sassy little one, sassy number. Um, but I just thought if this was a normal time, we would just use those 8 counts to like skip into a circle or something. But
Yeah.
obviously we don't have that luxury this year, which is making it a new challenge. But I think we're doing quite well.
Yeah, I think we've actually got quite a lot of dances going on for considering it's all virtual. For higher inter, we've got two quite long dances. I think our
Yeah.
first 4.5, and the one for this semester is 6.5.
It's long.
Very long dances.
So many creative juices flowing there. Yeah, beginners. We've only got one specific beginners dance, but they've learnt the modified fairy reel as well,
Nice.
which we've always done in beginners. And then
Very cute.
lower into we've got a traditional soft shoe dance, and then we again jazzed it up for the second one. So we're doing a heavy shoe dance to "I'm Still Standing" by Elton John,
I can't wait
because
to see all these.
I'm so excited for them to come out on our little virtual show.
This is like the first year that we're not involved collectively with like every single dance. Normally we know everything because we're
Yeah,
just either choreographing it ourselves or we're dancing in it. And this year now, because we're separate, we don't know each other's choreography.
it's weird. Like last year, obviously, I wasn't in. Neither of us were in higher inter because we were teaching lower inter at the same time. But it's weird this year that I literally haven't even because they were doing Countess Kathleen, which I'd done before, but I literally haven't even like I don't even know what the higher inter one of the higher inter dances is. I watched some of the YouTube videos, but I don't know how it looks all together. So it's going to be actually a surprise for a change.
I'm very excited to see it all together. As much as you can see on Zoom, it looks really good, but there is like quite a lot of lag. So I
Yeah.
don't know like how in time everyone is, but I think everyone's been quite good with saying when they have a question, if they're struggling with like a particular bit, everyone's quite forthcoming.
Yeah,
I pause like
definitely.
every 2 minutes and just get up really close to the screen and I was like, everyone okay? Everyone have any questions?
We've
Please let
tried
me
to
know.
do like a multi-level approach in higher in lower intermediate. I keep calling them higher intermediate because honestly half of them are so good. But we've done like a dual level approach. So we've made some slightly simpler steps, but at the very start we said like if anyone is struggling with this, drop us a message and we'll make some simpler steps, and then you can choose one or the other. And then yeah, like a couple of the girls just dropped us a message, so we were like, okay, cool. So we've got like a two level, two options,
Cool.
because it'll look fine on the videos, and we want everyone to be able to get involved.
Yeah, just like section it in whatever way.
Yeah,
I think that's one of the freedom with online videos for this is like we can like section people, like people don't have to do the whole dance like, because there's no walking off. You can just
yeah,
stop recording whenever
it
you want.
just stops.
I think that's the only reason my dance for Kings this year works, because there is no walking on and off, which means
Yeah, you don't have
everyone.
to worry about the transitions.
Yeah, because for Countess Kathleen you could only do like a third of the dance.
Yeah,
Where online now you can just do the whole thing, but you could film it over like
heavy
several weeks.
heavy shoes and light shoes, yeah, all sorts. Yeah, also like when we were choreographing I'm Still Standing, it's quite energetic, and we got to like the last little bit, and I teach with Helen, and we were saying like, oh, we need to give them a break now, and then she was like, oh wait, no we don't. Because they can just stop, have a break, and then carry on filming. So that's, maybe, you never know, maybe we'll have some like virtual elements in the future, it'll all kind of tie in. But
Yeah, I'm hoping to like teach the same dances next year, but just put some positions in them. Like
yeah,
that's just all I want from these dances now is positions.
I
Just
know.
like a big X, a circle.
Love a big
That's
X
all I
and
want.
a circle and a V. Love a V.
V, classic. The first V I ever did was Tell Me Ma. That
Oh,
was my first ever V, and we
that's a
did it
classic.
at the memories came up on my Facebook the other day for it when we danced at the Sage, and we're all just like in a V, and then Liam comes in like halfway through,
Oh,
does his bit.
super old school.
Liam was like our old president for anyone watching who doesn't know who Liam is. He's
He's bad
Newcastle president,
at Irish dance.
amazing dancer.
Like, did he do national competitions or international?
I'm very sure he did. Um, and everything just came so easily. I
Yeah.
mean, it
Goodness.
looked like it came easily. He probably had put a lot of work into making
Yeah,
it.
I think he'd been dancing for a very, very long time.
Yeah, I think since he was like,
Yeah,
yeah,
very good Irish dancer.
yeah. I think that's good about the society though. We've got like such a big range. Because I didn't start dancing until I was like 15.
Yeah, a
Which is
lot of the
probably
beginners.
a light shoe really, because when you first start Irish dancing, you don't do heavy shoes. You just do light shoe for ages and ages,
Yeah.
and then they're like, "Now I think you're ready to start with the heavy shoes." Now, after like 2 years of light shoe.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of the beginners have got no dance experience, previous dance experience at all. So it's really nice to see all the different levels from people that have literally never danced before at all to, yeah, in advance, we get some new people that come in and have danced for like since they're about 6 years old. Um,
And then I'm like, "Excuse me, like I know you're better than me. Please just don't mind me being not as good." It's okay. I know.
yeah, I think
It's
it was a
cool
bit.
how like involved like everyone is though. Like despite never dancing before, I think the beginners and the lower inter have just been so involved in
They
everything.
love to get involved with everything, and I love that they have done that this year. Obviously, in previous years, like they've got quite involved as well, but I think this year with it being virtual, it seems to have encouraged them to get even more involved. I wonder if it's just because they can like film it a few times, and if they get it wrong, it's not the end of the world kind of thing.
Yeah,
Um,
that's one thing I love about online. Although I don't know if it's a plus or a negative because it
yeah,
means
because you
I
can
do
dwell on
judge
it and
myself
keep doing it
then.
over and over again.
in, in a show, it's just done, and you're
It
like,
happens. And if you
gonna
did
give
it
it my
wrong,
best,
get
and
over it.
that's it. But when you're recording it, you're like, oh, my foot wasn't perfectly turned out there, so I guess I'll just do it again.
I am
And
so
you
bad
keep,
for that. So bad. Sometimes I'm just like, do you know what? I need to accept it and move on.
yeah, and then you watch it a few days later, and you're like, actually, it's not that bad. But in that
Manage
moment, you're like, I
it.
can do better.
That was how I felt on the very first St. Patrick's Day that I ever did.
Oh yeah, that day was wild. That is the longest St. Patrick's Day we have ever
How
done.
many times did we perform? We performed in Luther's bar
Like it was like
6 times throughout
yeah,
the day
that was
or
a lot.
more.
Yeah, and we had to split into two groups.
And I was in beginners and intermediate then.
Yeah,
Um,
I
it
was in
was
a
first
dance.
year, but I was in both. And I did the beginners dance. We had a couple of beginners dances. We had a little three hand, like when we could hold
Yeah,
hands.
that was
Um, we had a little three hand, which I did a couple of times. And then we had, I think it was like a six hand as well. It was just like six people that did it. I think it was like the team dance. That was what Rasheen used to call it. But it just needed a minimum of six people, basically.
mm.
And we did we did both of them a couple of times. And then I learnt Tell Me Ma like
Oh
the,
yeah,
the week before, if not the day before, the OG Tell Me Ma steps, which were, they'd been around a while already, I think, hadn't they?
it was a while. It wasn't until I think we did it as the finale for the show the year after when I re-choreographed it, but I still kept a load of the OG steps in to be
Mm.
like, oh, remember old Tell Me Ma. I
But
think
yeah, I literally learnt that like a few days before in about 20 minutes and then just watched the video over and over again. And oh, I did it so wrong. And every time I went wrong, I was like
no.
kicking myself. But I was like, you just got to keep smiling. And everyone kept being like, look,
Yeah.
everyone in this bar is drunken. No one knows what's happening. Just smile.
That's the great thing about St. Patrick's Day when you're performing all day. You get tired. The more you get tired as the day goes on, the more drunk everyone else gets.
Yeah,
So no one notices, as long as you're smiling and happy, no one is noticing any mistakes you make.
nobody cares.
They're just like Irish dancing. Amazing. Love
Honestly,
it.
people just coming up to me and being like, wow, that was amazing. And I knew for a fact that I'd done it so wrong. And I was like, yay.
Like, oh, I kind of did all of that on the wrong foot, but hey,
They
that's
don't know that.
fine. No one was looking that closely.
I'm pretty sure as well, actually, that we did victory in that
Oh yeah, we did a flash
set,
mob.
and I think I performed that for maybe the first time, which I had learnt that I'd obviously been in all the classes for that one, but I had never Irish danced before, and I was just thrown in the deep end. Like, here's a treble, now do six of them really fast, and I was like,
For the
ah!
whole dance.
But it went far, and I distinctly remember. I don't know. I think this just sticks with me because mistakes always haunt me forever. But Liam used to stand at the front of Victory for like he used to come on for the second half and do it at the front, and he always used to. There's a fly, sorry. He always used to do a fancy turn in the
Okay.
second lot of steps where all the rest of us were just like trebling and staying straight, but he'd do like a snazzy turn because he was like sassy.
Yeah.
And I just was watching his feet, and then I just turned because I was watching him. And as I turned, I was like, no one else is turning.
Oh dear.
Whoops.
I
But
think
it was fine.
that flash mob was so there's a video of it on Facebook because we just live streamed it. And someone decided to just randomly join in while we were traveling.
Yes,
Remember
I
that
remember.
guy? And he just came up and stood next to us, and I was like,
Like walked in the video and started trying to travel.
I don't know who you are, but I'm gonna keep dancing anyway.
Yeah, and also that's another thing, isn't it? On St. Paddy's Day, everyone thinks they can Irish dance. So as soon as you start actually all Irish dancing, they're like, yes, count me in, and they like start running in and trying to join in.
Were you there? This is slightly related, off topic still. So for people watching, we dance at Points in town, which is like a little Irish bar, and obviously we dance from there like 10 till 12 whenever it's actually open, which obviously it hasn't been now for like well over a year. um but the people sometimes when it's like a really buzzing night and they'll come up and they'll be like, is this really good Irish dancing? And they'll start just like hopping and they'll be like, teach me please. And we're like,
So
oh,
many people desperate to be taught.
we've got to go on stage now. Like, see you later.
Where my teaching expertise come in, and I'm like, well, actually, I do teach beginners.
It's so hard in a bar though because the music's so loud and you're just like
Yeah.
hop hop.
And people aren't actually really paying attention, and they're drunk. So
Absolutely
they're not
not
taking
for
that
this
in.
environment.
Oh,
Oh,
such good times. We did
yeah,
so much for St. Patrick. We did. I think I've done like a solid 3 St. Patrick's Day flash mobs. Um,
I missed it one year because I really hurt my leg. Classic me.
Classic.
If anyone knows me, my legs are
You
literally
hurt
all
yourself?
down.
What? No.
Literally fell like on my butt in class the other day while teaching. Great moment. Uh,
Oh, gutted you didn't have it on video. Well, you did have it on video, but not
I,
recorded.
yeah, I really wish it was recorded. It would have been a great bloopers. I would have happily shared that as like a bloopers reel, but we don't record classes.
Maybe
Um,
we should in future, just
just
in case.
just in case I fall. Maybe we'll get some when I film like more videos for St. Patrick's Day. Who knows?
Maybe.
I'll keep you updated.
Maybe. I'll keep my eyes peeled.
Oh gosh. Yeah, injuries in Irish dance. But it's
It's
pretty
always
common.
you, isn't it?
Yeah.
Who broke their foot? You. Who hurt their leg? You. Oh,
Oh
a
gosh.
disaster.
I'm just clumsy. It's just what happens when a clumsy person decides to do dancing. Just so hey, I think it's just a good message out there. Even if you're
Yeah,
clumsy, you can come dance.
even if you're super clumsy, it's fine.
Perfectly fine. We've
You
had
might
like
kick yourself in the leg, but
yeah,
it's
we've
alright.
had like all sorts happen on stage. We've had people's shoes come off while they're on stage,
I
and they
remember
just like
it.
keep going, and then we're just like while we're dancing, we just like kick it to the side very
I
subtly.
think someone's heavy shoe fell off in the middle of like a high kick in
No,
I think it might have been a dress rehearsal and it narrowly missed someone's head and I was very scared.
so
I was
dangerous.
like, so many mishaps.
Those things hurt. Like if
Yeah,
one of those like heels hit you,
if that had actually hit someone, it would have been lethal.
the
But
joy.
it didn't. Oh, it's all fun and games, isn't it?
It is. I can't wait to just hear people dancing in person again. Like
Oh, I know.
seeing
It's
it
the
on video is
sound of all
great.
of the shoes together. Oh, makes me
But
so happy.
we were saying during Run the World last year, just hearing the 25 people stamp at once on a
I
stage.
had so many people come up to me and say that that was their favorite because it was just like so much shoe noise. People were like, it was so loud. It was amazing.
Yeah, that was great. And we've taught it again this year, so now everyone can do it.
Yeah.
Everyone can stamp on.
Yeah. Oh, good times. Good
Um,
times. Good times. Hopefully next year we can have go back to a real in-person show. Not that I'll be here, but I'll come back for it.
we'll drag it back. Emma came back for the show
Anyway,
last year to do Countess Kathleen,
yes,
so
we had
we'll
like an alumni
yes.
involvement.
Everyone who couldn't dance this year, who leaves this year, we should have just a full dance for them next year
Yeah.
to be like, these are the people who couldn't perform last year.
Yes,
Love
that's a
them.
good idea. I think that's an excellent plan. But for now, we'll continue with our little dance videos.
Yes, a lot of them.
So we
We've got a
can,
lot lined up for Wednesday.
yes, I'm very excited.
I can't wait to see everyone's just dancing. It's really nice just to see people dancing next to each other without lag. It's just without the lag.
Yeah, the Christmas video was really nice to watch, so I'm glad that we're doing another one.
Oh yeah, it's so cute. I really love just editing them next to each other, just being like, "Ooh, you go,"
Little person, little person.
making sure everyone's just like the same size. It's actually like I get kind of self-conscious about it. Like, am I accidentally making someone bigger than someone else? Like, am I accidentally making them? I hope I'm not. Everyone seems to love them anyway. I send people videos just being like, "Hey, ooh, cheeky
Yeah,
sneak peek,"
yeah,
and
it's
everyone's like, "Ooh."
yay.
So 2 days, 2 days. We're recording this on Monday. By the way.
Pre-recorded, but we're very excited. So hopefully you'll have already seen some of the little vids that we've done.
Yeah, I think this is coming out in the afternoon, so you'll definitely have seen
Yes,
at least.
already seen our big group dance, hopefully, which I'm very excited to see myself, I have to say.
It's nearly done, very nearly done now. Just need to put finishing touches in.
Exciting.
It looks so fun. I actually love it. It's just a cute little dance. And it's it's not even like complicated. It's just nice.
Yeah. If you haven't watched it, go watch it
It's on
right
YouTube,
now, immediately.
on the Facebooks. Oh yes, and donate to charity.
Yes, we are donating to, I think, West End Food Banks. Is that right?
Yeah.
Because obviously they're struggling at the minute with a lot of people needing to use them and not having enough donations. So yes, we would normally be raising money with our show at this time of year for charity, but obviously we can't do that in person. So we're going to have a nice, everyone donates some money that they would use to go to the pub.
Yeah. Just a pint.
To a charity. Yeah.
Yeah,
Donate a pint.
we usually raise quite a lot over the show. Was it like 2 grand we got last year?
Yeah, I think so.
Like that. They're usually quite successful. They're usually great. Obviously, I'm not expecting us to get that much just while we're online. Um,
Hopefully we can at least get a decent amount and do some good.
yeah, I think there's the donations that we've got on both Newcastle and Northumbria pages. I think they go from 50p up to £5, and you can add multiple if you wanted to make like your own combination that's currently not on there. Totally up to you. But I think the smallest one is 50p, so even 50p helps.
Every little helps. Trademark Tesco.
Right, I think that's everything.
Happy St. Patrick's Day, everyone!
Woo.